Hello, and this is Laura coming to you with another short video. And today's video is going to be entitled Gang Stalking Untold Crimes. As we know, gang stalking is becoming an epidemic. It's happening around the world. And it's not a new tactic. It's not a new crime. Because I made a video about this in which gang stalking was created many years ago by a group called the Stasi, S-T-A-S-I. You can look that up online. And these are not new crimes. The tactics that are being used are not new crimes, but they're not being told. They're untold crimes. And these untold crimes, called gang stalking, it's inciting a lot of fear and turmoil in the lives of targeted individuals or in the lives of victims of gang stalking. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. And so today's question that I'm going to attempt to answer on this video is whether or not gang stalking can be classified as a crime of hate or prejudice. And so by the end of this video, I'm going to attempt to give you my definitive answer, but also I want you guys' input and what do you feel about it? Is it a crime of hate or prejudice? So many years ago, and I made a video, I don't remember how many years ago, but gang stalking was once called organized stalking or call stalking. And it was given these names because it was a systematic, well-organized group of attacks against innocent citizens, if I can say it right. And it was used for retaliation, a tool of retaliation. Mostly used against those who fell under the category of whistleblowers, activists, or men and women who had ended abusive relationships. Now get this. Gang stalking is a crime punishable by law, and it can fall under the category of a misdemeanor or a felony. It all depends on how far the gang stalkers take their tactics. But it is a crime. And as I said, it's an untold crime. As I communicate and interact with more targeted individuals and victims of gang stalking, I find that these acts are being perpetrated not just against individuals, but against couples and against families. And that this has been occurring for years. It's just that people didn't know what was happening to them. They didn't have a name for it. But now with all of the information on the internet and on, more people are coming forward talking about this, it opens up awareness. And so why is it that the crimes of gang stalking go untold? Well, because victims and targeted individuals, they're fearful. Number one, there's a stigma attached to anyone who comes forward and say, you know what? I've been gang stalked or I'm a targeted individual. The first thing that happens is that some people target, they stigmatize them as being crazy or insane. And so, that's rightfully so if a victim is kind of hesitant to come forward. Number two, not just the stigma, but we've all experienced this. I know I have, in which when you try to talk to someone about it, the tactics can sometimes be so subtle that what you're saying is unbelievable. People can't believe it. And it's all due to a lack of knowledge. Number three, people fear, or victims fear, coming forward because the gang stalkers will increase their tactics. It will get worse. And people don't want to experience that. Also, the fourth one, as far as why victims don't come forward and that these crimes go untold, is because when they do cry out, they're finding that there's very little help available, or that people are reluctant to help. And as I said, sometimes we're running into communities in which they're void of understanding and awareness. And so that's why victims suffer in silence. That's why these are crimes untold. So as I stated before, gang stalking is a crime punishable by law. And so let's take a look at some of the tactics that are used by gang stalkers. And by taking a look at these tactics, maybe we can try to get a greater understanding or gain a greater understanding as far as if these tactics fall under the guidelines of a hate or a crime of prejudice. So what do the tactics include? Sometimes it can include 24/7 surveillance, home break-ins, vandalisms of home, car, property. It can include theft, pet torture, slander, income sabotage, in which, the gang stalkers can basically destroy the finances of a person or family or couple. And they can do this so many ways with the onslaught of everything being handled by computer, on the internet, banking, applying for a job application, even sometimes falsifying documents or destroying someone's credit. This can all sabotage a person's finances. But other things that I've heard of from talking with the targeted individuals community, things being used such as noise campaigns, chemical assault, electronic harassment. These are all criminal acts committed by multiple stalkers. It's not just one person, i.e., giving it the name gang stalking. And those who have been victimized by this, it can feel like it's never ending and it's persistent. And this can go on for years, and it can go unreported for years. And these acts, can be intended for one person. It can be intended for a couple, families, groups of people, or certain groups of people. So now that we know the tactics, now that we know that it's a crime punishable by law, so what is the intent? That's another thing that's looked at. What is the intent of these tactics? What is the intent of these activities? Well, the first thing is fear, but there are several other intents from gang stalkers. There are certain things that they want to produce in the lives of the targeted individual or in the lives of the victim. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit more. So because there is an intent, whenever gang stalking is happening to a person, happening to a victim or a targeted individual, there is an intent. There is an expected outcome. There is an effect on the person or the group or the couple's life. And these are intended effects. So what do gang stalkers want to happen whenever they use their particular tactics against a person? Well, they want to produce isolation, psychological and physical illness in a person. These tactics are intended to destroy every aspect of the victim's life, whether it's socially or economically. Like I stated before, by attacking the victim's finances. And if someone attacks your finances, taking money out of your bank, making it difficult for you to gain employment, keep employment, destroying your credit, then this can lead to destitution. It can lead to homelessness, incarceration, and suicide. So it's not just fear that they want you to feel. They want to destroy your life totally. So, again, I ask you guys this question. Do you feel that gang stalking falls under the guidelines of a crime of hate or prejudice? What do you think? Well, my answer to this question is no. And if you guys disagree with me, let me know. And the reason why I say no is because sometimes These gang stalking tactics are perpetrated by one's own family, friends, co-workers, church members, classmates. And get this, sometimes it's perpetrated by people of the same race, creed, and color. And so for that reason, my answer is no, that it does not fall under the guideline of a crime of hate and prejudice. But if you disagree with me, let me know. Leave it in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And if you do if you do feel that it is a crime of hate and prejudice, let me know why. Explain to me why. So I'm going to end the video at this point. I didn't want to keep it very long. You guys have to excuse the production of the videos. My computer is broken, and so it will be fixed soon. I make these videos from my phone, and I don't have all the apps, the data in the room to put on a full production. But once my computer gets fixed, then we'll go back to normal. Just because of the video doesn't mean that the quality of the information that I have given is going to decrease. I'm going to give you guys 100% of, the best information that I can find, the best information that's available. You can trust that. So I'm going to end the video at this time. I want to tell you guys to stay encouraged, stay vigilant, stay strong, and, just take care of yourselves out there. And bye for now. Make sure that if you enjoy the content of my YouTube channel, please make sure that you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share these videos. And until we meet again, bye-bye, my friends.